Namaste. If the idea of being spiritual means chasing ecstatic feelings, if your spiritual path has slowly started to build a kind of a spiritual ego, which, by the way, happens to most of us, then stay with me, because I want to share with you a missing ingredient, something that can quietly fix that. It's simple, and it's the very foundation of real spiritual life. That ingredient is sincerity and grounding. I've been a seeker for most of my time here on earth, and the longer I walk this path, the more I realize there is no end point. There is no flag waiting at the top that says, "Congratulations, you have arrived." Spirituality isn't like a college degree that you complete. It's a living relationship that never ends. It keeps revealing, layer after layer, the more honest you are with yourself. And if I'm honest with you, I've been in many spiritual and metaphysical circles. I've felt the joy, the lightness, the elevated feeling of community and meditation. I've also noticed something that's missing in a lot of places, and I've felt it in myself too. It's something I call disembodiment. It's when you are so focused on spiritual highs that you slowly disconnect from your body. You start floating through life without feeling your feet on the ground. And here's the tricky part. When you're in that state, you think you are progressing. But what's actually happening is you are drifting. I've met people in rural India who were born in deeply grounded spiritual families. Families where discipline and daily rituals are natural. And you can feel the difference in them. They are calm, sincere, not in a rush to reach somewhere. Their spirituality has roots. It's steady, not flashy. I, on the other hand, I was born into a Christian family with strong faith, but not much discipline. So for a very long time, I was like many seekers today, chasing the next high, the next technique, the next miracle, until I realized if you're not grounded, spirituality becomes just another escape. So if you're feeling energetically imbalanced, anxious, aimless, or constantly at war inside your own head about your spiritual journey, I understand. I've been there. And if you stay in that state too long, spirituality becomes a wild ride. It becomes a kind of emotional roller coaster, beautiful one moment and painful the next. You start mistaking energy rushes for enlightenment, and slowly you begin to drift away from your human responsibilities, from your body, from your relationship, from your real life. That's not awakening, that's escapism. So, what's the solution? How do we fix this? We have to ground ourselves. Now, grounding isn't just a poetic idea. It's real. It's physical. It's scientific. Let me explain. We all know electricity exists, right? A lightning bolt in the sky. That's pure electricity. It's powerful, but it's uncontrolled. If it hits a tree or a building, it burns everything. So humans learn how to manage that power by creating circuits, resistors, and one of the most important things, using a grounding wire. The ground connects directly to the earth so that any excess current can safely go back into the earth. Without grounding, the whole system would fry. Now think about spirituality the same way. Cosmic energy, divine current, is very real. But our human nervous system is like that circuit. We are conductors connected to the cosmos above and the earth below. If you open yourself to the cosmic current without being grounded, you will eventually burn out mentally, emotionally, and physically. And here's where modern life makes it harder. Two so-called advancements have disconnected us from both the heaven and the earth. The first one, our shoes. We stopped touching the ground. Most shoes today are made of rubber and plastic, non-conductive materials. The more comfortable they are, shoes, the less connected we are to the earth. In the old Vedic traditions, yogis wore wooden sandals called paduka. They knew wood was a natural conductor of subtle energy. Those sandals kept their bodies grounded so they could channel higher energy safely through meditation and prayer. They didn't just sit in caves. They understood energy like scientists. And there's a funny but true story that shows how far we have drifted. Back in 2006, a young man came up with an ingenious new age marketing idea. He started a company called Tom's Shoes. His plan was to sell shoes in the West for profit. And for every pair he sold, he'd give one pair to a child in Africa who couldn't afford shoes. It was called the one-for-one model. Ingenious. Sounds beautiful. Doing good for the world, helping the poor, and a humanitarian dream. But here's the funny part. After about 14 years, in 2021, Tom's Shoes announced that they were no longer giving shoes away. And when I look at that, I can't help but laugh a little. You see, on top of their corporate greed, they took millions of people who were already barefoot, already connected to the earth, and gave them rubber and plastic shoes that cut off that connection. So, while they were doing good, they might have accidentally disconnected people from one of the most natural forms of healing and balance that we have. The second invention or disconnection is artificial lights. When you live in a city, have you noticed how you cannot see the stars? You are cut off from the night sky, from the cosmos itself. The lights of the city keep your eyes glued to the artificial world, to screens, advertisements, constant stimulations. Times Square looks bright, but it's the most spiritually disconnected place I've ever been to. So now, most of humanity lives cut off from both ends, from the earth below and the sky above. And that's why so many people feel anxious, restless, and spiritually empty, even when they're trying to be spiritual. So, what do we do? How do we get back to balance? It's really not that hard if we tried. And it doesn't require leaving your job or living in a cave. Walk barefoot, touch the ground. Let the earth pull the excess charge out of your system. Another thing we can do is breathe downwards. Most people breathe up and out, chasing the high, keeping your head straight. Try breathing down like this. Into your belly, into your leg, into your feet. Feel your body. Do a slow scan. Feel your ankle, your spine, your hands, the weight of the body on the chair. That awareness brings you back into your body. Do ordinary things with presence, like cooking, cleaning, watering plants. These are sacred rituals too. That's how monks live. Simple acts done in total awareness. Notice when you are ungrounded, you feel dizzy, disconnected, overexcited, or too spiritual. That's your cue to slow down. You see, grounding doesn't make you less spiritual. It makes you stable enough to hold more spiritual energy. Like a strong tree, the deeper the roots, the taller it can grow. So if you find yourself chasing ecstasy or enlightenment, slow down. Come back to sincerity. Be sincere with your emotions. Be honest with your needs. Stay connected to your body, because spirituality isn't about floating away. It's about fully being here in your body, in your life, on this earth. That's where real growth begins. And as the old wisdom says, the deeper the roots, the higher the reach. So start with your roots. Start with sincerity. Start with grounding. That's where the light truly begins to flow. Namaste.